We get a Goose on turn 1. We have a Liliana on turn 2. I like having a Liliana on turn 2. If our opponent can't interact with this Liliana the last hope, we might be able to ultimate Liliana. That would be pretty spicy. I mean, you know, it is 4 more turns until it can ultimate, but I mean, that's definitely a possibility. Gonna plus, not gonna do anything. Okay, it's at 5. Can we ultimate? Don't kill it. Yes. Suck it, Atraxa. Suck it. What is up, everyone? Justin Parnell back with more historic Brawl, Shadows over Innistrad. This time it is Shadows of the Past card, technically, because we have Garruk Relentless, which is one of my personal favorite Planeswalkers in all of Magic, and that's a fairly long list, but it's definitely in the top 10 somewhere. And Garruk is the very first transforming Planeswalker. So, on the front side, makes wolves and can fight creatures, deals 3 damage to it, which is its starting loyalty, of course, and every time that it fights something, it takes that much damage back. And anytime it takes damage, has 2 or fewer loyalty counters on it, it transforms into Garruk, the Veil Curse, which is one of the coolest story beats that was absolutely dropped and not really a whole lot was done with. Either way, then it starts to make Death Touch Wolves. You can sacrifice creatures to search 4 creatures out of your deck, and -3, give your creatures a pseudo overrun, trample and +X, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard. Now that could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 20, and that is exactly what we're aiming to do with this deck because we are playing a self-mill Golgari deck. We have a ton of creatures in this deck, 47. It's an astronomical amount. And so many of our cards are going to mill cards, put our own creatures into the graveyard. Things like old Stick Fingers, things like old Rusting, basically a bunch of old stuff. Then we have a lot of things from Return to Ravnica and Ravnica Allegiance and whatever set Undergrowth is in, which counts the number of creature cards in your graveyard. We have a lot of those. Of course, we have Emrakul the Promise in case we need to do that. And just a whole bunch of stuff that cares about the creatures in your graveyard. So, without further ado, let's start putting a bunch of creatures in our graveyard and then give them one gigantic overrun. But before we get into the games, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel to keep seeing this sweet, sweet content every week. Alright, first game on the draw against Atraxa Grand Unifier. And we do have Egon, God of Death, which actually, the Throne of Death is really what we want. We mill a card once during our upkeep. But we only have 2 lands, so we're going to mulligan this one. Okay. 3 lands with a Tarmogoyf, a Reclusive Taxidermist, and a bunch of big things. Either way, we're going to keep it. These are... Lotleth Giant is a nice payoff that actually can, like, one-shot our opponent. So, that's pretty sweet. As it turns out, we do have a way to play Garruk on the 3rd turn. So we're going to try to do that. We're going to play this Blooming March and this Reclusive Taxidermist. It gets +3/+2 if there's 4 more creatures in our graveyard, which at some point in the game there will be. But for now, we are going to play our Garruk on the 3rd turn. And then we're going to go and start making Wolvies. And hopefully we can get down this Necrogoyf. Do we? I don't... They didn't play a land, because they're on the draw. So we're going to pay for this. Yeah, we're going to pay, and we're going to play this Jaspara Sentinel, and we're going to play this Tarmogoyf, which, of course, you know, doesn't have anything in the graveyard right now, but yeah, I don't really want our opponent to be able to go up on mana. I should have just said nothing. Should have just said nothing. No, you can have it now. Okay, the beginning of your upkeep, you can mill 2 cards. Well, you know what? Let's Necrogoyf. Just get all the Goyfs out. Maximum Goyfitude. We're not going to block attack with that one. Alright, they definitely have Atraxa coming. Alright. Each player's upkeep, that player discards a card. We're going to discard this Hatchery Spider. Alright, that's 1. 1 per Goyf. White Sun's Twilight, gonna destroy all of those. Okay. I mean, you know, it was really not that many cards. Not as many as it seems. We're gonna play this Deathcap Cultivator, so we'll decline. We'll go ahead and do this. And make a wolf. Now, it's likely that Garruk is gonna bite the dust. Oh, why did we decline? Meant to pay it. Okay, whatever. We didn't do that. Didn't do any of that. Here's a Traxa. I don't even want to look. I'm overlooking. We just needed them to not have a sweeper right to them. They only got 3. Cloud Shift, a land, and Binding the Old Gods, which conveniently that can kill our Garruk. Yeah, I'm gonna move it to command zone. This one's not looking good. Not good for the home team. We will block one of these mites. Alright, 4 poison. I have a feeling that we are going to lose to poison. I just got a feeling. Alright, let's play this 6/6 Rhizome Lurker. Does not have Death Touch. There's only one type of permanent in our graveyard, and that's just a creature. Delirium's hard to come by a little bit. Cloud Shift, yes. Okay, thank goodness. I was personally worried for our opponent. I was like, they're gonna run out of cards. Oh no. But now, thank goodness, they're not gonna. I would hate for them to go to their turn and have and start their turn with less than 7 cards. You know, that's just not right. Just not right for a Traxa. Settle the Wilds. Oh, and they get a 7-drop. Oh, and it's Kaya and Tangible Slayer. Great. Great news for everybody. Oh, yeah, gonna exile that. Gonna make a 3/3. Because they got a creature in there. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we're doing great. We're doing great. We're gonna not block. We're gonna go to 1. And can we deal ourselves 1 damage? No, we're not gonna pay. If we deal ourselves 1 damage, I want to go out on my own terms. Okay? Not on the terms of my opponent. Well, we're just going to concede. All right. We've been Atraxed. All uphill from here. All right, on the draw against Venser Corpse Puppet. And this is a great hand, actually. Snarl that can come and play untapped on turn 1. What a crazy world this is. All right, we're going to play the Snarl, and we're going to reveal this Swamp. And we're going to play this Elvish Mystic. Then on turn 2, we can play this Caryatid or this Taxidermist. I get to search for a basic land, put it on top. Okay, right on. All right, let's play... we could mill their land. That would be kind of funny. Nah, let's go ahead and just play this... Caryatid. And we'll pass the turn. Garruk might be fighting this little Dune Mover. I'll say that's a possibility. Opponent is going to be... Are they going to be killing something? No. When I cast a spell from among cards put into your hand this turn. Okay. Alright, well, let's instead, let's make a wolf friend. No attacks. So if you have a creature of power 4 or greater, this adds 2. 4 or greater. I would love to be able to draw a land. That way we could... Venser Corpse Puppet. Venser is going to get fought by... All right, we'll block. Yeah, we will block with the Dune Mover. We'll block the Dune Mover with the Wolf. Okay, we did not draw a land, but what we are going to do is we're going to fight Venser. So that means Garruk is going to flip. It's going to transform. And then we are going to play Reclusive Taxidermist. And then we're going to play Binding of the Titans. We're going to mill 3. We milled 3 lands. They milled this thing, which is probably scary. It's in your graveyard. Oh, it gets +1. You cast it from your graveyard this turn. Oh, so that was bad. We didn't want to do that. Okay. That's fine. You know? We can exile it. Exile up to 2 cards. Vat of Rebirth. It looks like that's what they drew. So they can proliferate, which will drain us for 2. And it's going to get +1, but they can cast it. But they cannot, they can't, they can cast it, but they can't cast it. We don't want Garruk to die, so we're going to block here. Okay, exile, let's exile this, and exile this. Yeah, gain a couple of life, take care of that pesky whatever it was. There's 3 or more creatures in our graveyard. There's only 1. Okay. Yeah, let's just play this Gixian Skull Flayer. It's probably going to get sacrificed to... Probably going to get sacrificed to Fiend Artisan. Spark Double. Okay, so that can be a lot of proliferating. So let's return this swamp. We'll leave our creature in the graveyard. Let's make a Black Wolf. And I think we're going to... What's the biggest creature we can get right now? Let's go look. I'm looking at my deck list here. Molder Hulk. Deathbloom Ritualist, that would actually be pretty good. Consuming Blob would also be good. Golgari Findbroker. Old Rustine. Old Rustine starts milling. I think that maybe that's what we get. All right, first we're going to attack with our this Death Touch Wolf here. They're not going to block. All right. So Old Rustine costs 3, so this is going to be 1, 2, 3. And sacrifice the tapped wolf. And then we're going to get Old Rustine. There he is. There he is, Old Rustine. We got a Planeswalker. Okay. Let's go ahead and sacrifice this blood. Get rid of this Rhizome Lurker. Make that a little bit bigger. And then we're going to play our Gnawing Vermin. We're going to target ourselves to mill 2 cards. Okay, got a little bit bigger. Okay, this has 3. So this is going to get counters on it. Feeling pretty good. Oh, Rusco. Feeling pretty good. Okay, so this is going to get a counter. We milled a creature. Okay, creature milling is good. So we have 4 creatures. We can give all of our creatures +4/+4, and let's mill more. You know, let's channel this. I think this is it. I think we're gonna do the thing. Let's get Liliana. Let's give all of our creatures +1,000,000. Yes. Oh, that is a. Now, our opponent conceded, but we know we had 5 creatures in there, so that was going to be plus all of these can attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 35, 36, 40, 41, 47, 50, 2. Not bad. Casual, almost double. On the draw against Tetsuo Umezawa. This is a solid hand. Deathcap Cultivator means we can play Garruk on turn 3. We'll go ahead and play. We don't have a. Oh, we do have a turn 1 play. Yes, we're gonna play this Throne of Death. Yeah, start getting creatures into our graveyard. That's what we want. So now we can play Deathcap Cultivator on 2. And Garruk on 3. And we're going to be milling all the while. We can exile creatures in our graveyard to draw a card too. Well, I mean, we would just play this card if it was just at the beginning of your upkeep mill card. Pretty excellent. Pretty excellent for us. Now, Tetsuo says creatures you control with power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. So it's going to play a lot of little creatures, usually 1 toughness, because that lets you get them a little bit higher power. So what we want to do is try to create a scenario where we have blockers and they want to attack Garruk, and then we can Necrotic Wound it during our turn and then block. Okay, let's go ahead and play the Deathcap Cultivator. This is at 0. Yep, so this is a big one, a 3/1. A 3/1 they can play in mono blue. This is probably the biggest power creature that they have. Would not be surprised. We might have to put our defenses up a little bit. Unsummon. Okay. There's Tetsuo. Okay, well Garruk wasn't coming down this turn anyway. Alright, grapple with the past. We can't play 2 cards, so we will just play Deathcap Cultivator and Memorial to Folly, which comes into play tapped, and it can raise dead something when we sacrifice it. Reconnaissance Mission. They're going to draw 2 cards. That's we don't like that. Don't like that at all. Okay. Finally milled a creature. Okay. So we can fight Tetsuo, which I think we're gonna do. So let's play this. We're not gonna play Skyclave Shade. We are gonna fight Tetsuo, which means they're gonna have to recast it. We'll pass the turn. If they go to try to attack, we'll attempt to block first. If they go to try to kill this or something, then we'll Necrotic Wound the Zenith Chronicler. Alright. Let's see if that resolves. I really hope it does. I really don't want Garruk to die, and I'm getting a little worried. Ooh, Lofty Denial. That's not good. Garruk is going to bite the dust. Okay. Alright, makes things a little bit trickier. Tenacious Underdog. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get Leafkin Druid. This is going to get a Forest. We're not going to play Skyclave Shade quite yet. It really wants me to. It's like, pick me, pick me. Alright, Forest. We're going to play little... Our Death Bonnet Sprout, which is adorable. There's 3 more creatures. You can flip it around. Okay. Alright. So, Garruk can come back and fight Tetsuo again. Which we hope is going to be the case. Alright, let's give it a go. A Tetsu go. Okay, all right, that resolved immediately. All right, fight. If they want to spend their life trying to attack Garruk down, I am okay with that. Okay. We got a couple of blockers. How many creatures are in our graveyard? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. This combat damage to a player. Draw a card. Okay. So, if it's a creature card, exile from a graveyard. Yeah, let's just get rid of their unsummon, sure. Tarmogoyf. Oh, I like Tarmogoyf. Okay. Let's make a wolf. Let's Undead Butler. The Butler. The Butler did it. Okay, milled a couple more creatures. Let's play Embodiment of Agonies, which is going to be a 6/6 if it resolves, of course. Yeah, let's pay, sure. We'll pay. Oh, you love to see that. That's good stuff. All right. We'll attack with the Hulk. We'll Death Bonnet Hulk here. Probably should have attacked with the Deathcap Cultivator, but this is mana. We might need that. So Tetsuo can come back down, but... I mean, our opponent is in death range? Yes! Oh, that is sweet. So sweet. On the draw against Azuri Stalker of Spheres, our old friend. Well, we do have a Landwar Elves on turn 1, so... we're going to keep it. We also have a mill card, Crawling Infestation. Ooh, they also have Landwar Elves. Well, well, well. Now, whose is prettier? That's the real question. Both Dominaria, but mine's like full art and stuff, so I think we know who to go with. Okay. Binding of the Titans, that finds us lands. This mills lands and makes insects, so let's Binding of the Titans, see if we can find a land. We did not mill a land. Okay. We did mill 3 creatures. Oh man, Battlefield Butcher, one of my favorite cards in this entire deck because it costs 1 less for each creature card in your graveyard, so this is just tap, each opponent loses 2 life, which is pretty fantastic, honestly. We're not blocking, so we can go attacking. That's fine. Ooh, we milled a Vorinclex. We're going to get to eat that Vorinclex. We have a couple more self-mill things. Jeez, okay. Oh, that's really bad news. Really, really bad news. Alright, alright. We'll play a Mire Triton. That came out of nowhere. Alright, we didn't mill a land, so we can at least pick that up next turn. Okay. What to do about Nissa, Ascended, Animist? Alright, there goes our land. Not feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty bad. Feeling pretty bad. The Ozolith. Okay. Alright, let's attack Nissa for 2. Well, what would happen if we did that? It's got Death Touch. Oh, well. Maybe block, don't block. I legitimately don't know. Okay. Block with your 4/4 nebulous thing. Okay. Serum Snare. Well, I was going to play this Crawling Infestation, but now I'm not. Okay. I guess we're going to play Landwar Elves back out. Not exactly what we wanted. Actually, it was specifically not what we wanted. Alright. Yep, that's, how do we beat this card? Do we beat this card? Then maybe we just don't beat it. That's a very realistic possibility, is we just simply don't beat it. We just absolutely just get stomped by it. Whew. Not looking good. Not looking good at all, is it? Acolyte of Affliction. Okay, so... Eccentric Farmer. Gotta keep a swamp up. We will get this forest. Play this forest. You can't block, so we'll play this Undead Butler. Okay. Cool Colors Harvest, which is gonna make us a couple of zombies. That's like a super late game card if Garruk doesn't work out. Man, how do we beat Nissa? Huh. We just gonna lose to Strixhaven Stadium like this turn? I think we're gonna lose to Strixhaven. I mean, we're gonna lose to Nissa, but Strixhaven Stadium I think is gonna get us. I can't block yet. We could. We're not gonna. That's at 8. If we don't play 2 creatures, we lose. That's a good feeling. Yeah, let's play this Rhizome Lurker. It's an 8/8. No attacks. We're just dead. They just Strixhaven Stadium and attack us. We can throw up some, like, not terrible blocks, but then we take 1 damage, that gets 1 counter, and then they tap it for mana, and then we lose. Or they do that first. Good game. You know what? We're going to kill this stupid thing, though. We're going to kill as many of their stupid things as possible. We're going to kill this stupid thing, and we're going to kill their commander. Good game. Can't block them all, so we'll block what we can. Make it look respectable. Yeah. Got stadiumed out. We are on the play against the very first Sliver. Wow, that's crazy. Sliver deck. Definitely a Sliver deck, right? What else would you play? We'll keep this. We have a Liliana on 3. That could go all the way. We don't have a way to play Garruk on turn 3, but playing another also very powerful Planeswalker is, you know, not a bad space to be in. All right. Blooming Marsh. Got to play these in the first 3 turns of the game, essentially. Oh, nice. Mire Triton. That is actually helpful. Got a little self-mill on. A little self-mill on. We hit 2 creatures. Pretty spicy. Okay, we can grapple with the past, but we can also make our opponent grapple with the present. The present being Liliana.
Nobody knows Dominaria shadows like
Unless, well, I'm going to bank on them not having a haste sliver. Look at that. Amazing. Can't believe it. Are we going to have yet another opponent succumb to not being able to defeat Liliana? They're not the first, and they won't be the last if that happens. Binding the Old Gods. Alright, there goes Liliana. Yep.
failed to entertain me.
Okay. So, beginning mill a card. I could grapple with the past. That gets a creature or land back. That gets Liliana back. Okay, let's grapple. I'd like to get a land if we can. Yeah, let's get this land. And we'll play this. Then we're going to make a wolf. We're going to play this sigil. We do have 4 or more, so we're going to give this a +1/+1 counter and attack for 5. Okay. All right. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good about that. Okay, they ramp a little bit. We are going to have a big Rhizome Lurcher. A very big one. Okay, taking 2. Are they going to play the very first sliver? There it is. Here comes a sliver in their sliver deck. Settle the wilds. Okay, not a sliver this time. I'm sure there are slivers, though. Would be crazy if there weren't. Just absolute lunacy if there weren't. Okay. So we could get something back. Getting back a Death Touch creature is not bad. Let's see. I think we're going to play this Necrogoyf, though. We can't Madness it. I could make a wolf. No attacks. We'll just keep making this. Yeah, we'll give it this, and it gives Death Touch until end of turn. Alright, we'll attack. Maybe they'll block. Probably should have just attacked with Mire Triton. They gotta kill me, not the other way around. Because I'm gonna kill them. That's happening. Alright. Discard a card. Man, if we could only get this to take 1 damage, we could just overrun them on our turn. I greatly enjoy that. They discarded Emergent Ultimatum. Is that because they cannot cast it? Oh. Oh, that's why. Alright, I wonder what 3 slivers they're going to get. 3 monocolored slivers in their sliver deck. Definitely not Omniscience, Time Warp. Alright. Shuffle 1 back in. Seek X. X is the highest mana value. Put them onto the battlefield. Man, I hate this. I hate Emergent Ultimatum so bad. I really, truly do. I mean, we can't give him that. I think that's the one that, like, most immediately kills us. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, they have an Omniscience? Clever. I guess that's why they didn't get it. Oh, right. Ruinous Ultimatum. Right on. Okay, well. If our opponent feels like they have to play these cards to win, I'm sure there's I'm sure they're going to finish us off with slivers. Right? Certainly. They're not playing the first sliver, and they're not a sliver deck. Those last 2 cards in their hand have to be slivers. Just I can't imagine. Okay, is it a sliver? Do we get to see what it is? Okay, Oracle will die. Okay, not a sliver. Maybe they'll reveal a sliver off the top of their deck. We think that's going to be the case? Huh, okay, alright. Not a sliver. Alright, you know what? We've had enough. We've had enough. On the draw against Ghost Shintai of Life's Origin, we do not have green. We're going to mulligan this one. Okay, this one we got both. We'll keep it. We don't have a way to play turn 3 Garruk, which is not ideal. We cannot play our little friend on turn 1, so we're just going to play this Balagad Recovery as a land. And then we'll play the Death Bonnet Sprout on turn 2. Sanctum of Stonefangs, that's a good card. Alright, little Sprout friend. Go live your life. We actually need this to make green so we can play 2 spells on the next turn, so we need to go ahead and get this rather than waiting until turn 4 for it to be untapped. Saying of Stonefangs, this card is just good in general. Okay. So let's go ahead and play Tarmogoyf and Gnarlwood Drive. And then get in for 1. Deals it to any target. We don't have a creature in there, so if you kill one of our creatures, it's going to grow the Tarmogoyf. as it often does. But we got to do it. We can't just not play them out. So next turn, Eccentric Farmer will mill us 3. Grapple with the Pass will mill us 3. Okay. Tarmogoyf gets bigger. We lose 2. There's not 3 creatures into our graveyard. We got to go Shintai. All right. Build a creature. Okay. Can we... See, if we fight this and then flip it, Garruk just dies. That's going to be difficult. That's going to be really difficult. Okay, Eccentric Farmer. Get me a 4th land type. 4th card type in there. No? Okay. Tarmogoyf is gonna die to this anyway. So as such, we're gonna play this tapped. Because even if we made Tarmogoyf bigger, would still get got. Okay. Man, Deathbloom Ritualist, if we can ever get this down, that's a lot of mana. Crawl Forager's a lot of life. We already have 6, so we just need to untap with a flipped Garruk. I just don't think we're going to be able to do that. I think that is already out of the question, unfortunately. Ooh, they're going to mill us? Oh, they milled themselves? Well, they milled Emergent Ultimatum and Eerie Ultimatum, so I suppose there's that. Tarmogoyf's sizable now. Alright, let's go attacking. What, a Planeswalker? Nice. Okay. They take 5, which they're going to gain 7. Ugh. The Deathbloom Ritualist, they would kill that. Let's just kick Skyclave Shade. We're basically just dead, yeah. I mean, there's nothing we can do. There's literally absolutely nothing that we can do. Commune with Spirits. They found a land. Inventive Iteration. Bounced our Skyclave Shade. Okay. And they're just going to say go. Good game. They got us. We'll let it go to their turn. If you kill our Tarmogoyf, I'm going to concede. You're not going to get 2 triggers. Okay. Good game. Alright. We were Shintai'd. We were gone. Go Shintai'd. On the play against Tovolar Dire Overlord, which is Werewolves, we're going to pitch this hand back. A little too expensive, not enough lands. Oh, this is much better. Oh, we have Egon, aka the Throne of Death, and we have Leafkin Druid on turn 2. Yeah, this is excellent hand. Alright, play our Command Tower and play our Throne of Death backwards. So now we're just going to start milling, which is really good with Emrakul too. And then we're going to play our Leafkin Druid. Blanchwood Prowler. Alright, we already have a land down there. Okay. Alright, Leafkin Druid on 2. We don't have another land, but we can play a Blanchwood Prowler and get back a land. If we mill one. Has to be from a card we milled that way, not just any land. That card would be quite powerful. I mean, it's still pretty solid, but... Alright, let's find a land. One land, please. We did not. We did not find a land. We also could... we should have played the Vermin and then played the Prowler. Tovolar. Okay. This has got Trample. I think we have to let them hit us. I mean, we're gonna block here, but they get trample, and they can trample over for 1. Okay. There goes another land that we've milled. All right. We'll play a Death Touch creature. All those lands into the graveyard. Only 3 permanent types, huh? Creature, land, and what's the other one? Oh, enchantment. We have 1 enchantment in there. Okay. Come on, Emrakul. You can do it. Hound Tamers. This is just a... Oh, it is a werewolf. Okay. More lands in there. Got it. Alright. Gnawing Vermin. We're going to choose ourselves. Mill 2. We're going to play Goshintai. This can at least potentially find us some lands. It is daytime. Beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and werewolves, it becomes night. Yeah, let's, we'll block here. I mean, I don't know what could go wrong, but we're gonna try to block to soak up this damage. Okay. Which we successfully did. Our opponent also having some mana issues. We're not alone. I guess we can appreciate that. We're going to try to make more wolves than they can. That's going to be our goal here. This crawling sensation should give us a lot of insects, because it says whenever we mill a land, put in your graveyard from anywhere. Make an insect. So, we don't want it to be night. Tenacious Pup. Tenacious Pup's quite good. That makes their next creature sizable. Well, you know what? Let's play this Molder Hulk. This is a 6/6, gets a land back. I think we need to do that. Okay, let's get back... I mean, I guess we gotta get back the Snarl. This is fixing... Yeah, let's get back to Snarl. And now we can do this also. During our end step. We're not gonna do it right now. But since we have 4 creatures, we can activate Goshintai, return it to our hand, look at the top 4. If we find a land, put it on the battlefield. Wolfkin Outcast. Vigilance Trample. We have a 6/6 though. Alright. Let's find some lands. Oh, we did find a land. Let's get a swamp. Mill the rest. Okay. Mill a card. Oh, we have drawn a land naturally. Oh my word. Well, let's play... So, we have 7 mana. Crawling... Well, we need to make another creature to have the 7th mana. I think... Alright. Yeah, we'll pay for Garruk here. We're gonna fight the baby wolf. Garruk's gonna flip. And then we're gonna play Shigeki. And we're gonna pass the turn. Okay. If Garruk can live and can get up to 3... I mean, we have 10 creatures. Oh, look at that. It's got a little symbol right here. We have 10 creatures in our graveyard. Overrun is going to be lethal whenever that happens. Okay. Oh, we got 2 wolves. Okay. Gosh, we're so close to this Emrakul. So close. Brutally close. Okay. Make a wolf. We can get back a card with Timeless Witness. What card do we want to get back? Embodiment of Agonies. That could be huge. Like, literally huge. Okay, let's get this, let's get Embodiment of Agonies back. I think that's what we're gonna get. Tarmogoyf's pretty big. We can't play a Zani. Yeah, we'll get this Embodiment of Agonies. That's the biggest thing that we can cast this turn. So, I think we'll do that. Throw our defenses up. All right, we are setting up for the overrun. We are setting up. It is nighttime. If we can protect Garruk, we're gonna have an overrun for the ages to take down Tovolar. It's tense. We've had to fight really hard. Shout out, first of all, MVP of this game, no matter what happens, Throne of Death, has milled so many cards, and they cannot defeat Garruk, and they are going to succumb to the overrun, even if we don't get to activate it. It's satisfying. It's satisfying nonetheless. So that is Garruk Relentless, and I have to say, I still love this card. The back ability where you can -3. We obviously never got to activate it. Every single opponent conceded before it was going to happen, but writing was on the wall, and that definitely ended the game multiple times. So a way to make this deck a little bit better is to focus on having a couple of key cards that are permanents that you can return from your graveyard that do specific things. So cards like Reclamation Sage and Ravenous Chupacabra and Murderous Rider, you know, being able to handle different permanents, being able to shred your opponent's hand. That's really the way. If I was making this deck like a little bit more meta-tuned rather than trying to push it as far as I could and having like a crazy 47 creatures in it. But that's what I would do. You still want a lot of self-mill, but, you know, I'm playing some, I would say some, like, lower-tiered self-mill cards, like Wasteful Harvest. Like, this card is fine, but it's definitely one of the worst cards in the deck, but it does what we want it to do, and it's really trying to prove the point of, with Shadows over Innistrad, there's plenty of self-mill cards, and now there's actually a lot of payoffs for those, and Garruk, I think, is one of the biggest ones. So this is definitely a deck I would play again. I might try to tune it up even more. Like I said, this is a version that I was like, let's see how many creatures we can put in the deck and try to win with a gigantic overrun, and that was successful. So time to go to step 2 is to tune it up so we can compete with the big boys of Historic Brawl. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Please throw a like on this video if you enjoyed what you saw, especially if you like self-milling and putting a bunch of creatures in the graveyard. And of course, if you have not done so yet, subscribe to this channel. That way you don't miss any more Historic Brawl, any Gladiator, any Cube, any Commander, all the best singleton formats that Magic has to offer. If you want to find out what I'm doing and I'm not on YouTube, you can check out the links right down here. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Justin Parnell, and we'll see you next time.